Okay, today we're going to cover how to create a new team in Teams and then build channels underneath it. Okay, so you're going to start, you're going to go to chat in Teams. You can see I'm in the chat section. Right now I'm on followed threads. I don't have any follow threads, so there's not really anything to look at here, right? But then you're going to go up here to the top where it has a new item section. You're going to hit the drop down and you're going to go down here to new team. You're going to hit new team. That is going to allow you to create a team. Give your team a name. So I'm just going to call mine test team for video. You can give it a description if you'd like to. You can set the team type, right? So there are a couple of team types. Number one is private, meaning that you have to specifically add individuals that have access to the team itself. Another is public. Anyone in your team, anyone in your organization, meaning that you have the same domain email handle, you're in the same Microsoft tenant, can automatically be added into it, or can be added into it. And then org wide means that everyone automatically is added into it, right? So those are the three kind of options that you have. So again, private, you have to add people individually. Public, anyone can be added, but nobody is automatically added. Org wide, everyone is automatically added, right? So we're just going to stick with private for this one. And then the first thing it's going to ask you is just, do you want to create a channel to go with it? And so we're going to create a channel. A lot of times you'll create teams for purposes like we have a clients team, and then each client gets a channel underneath, right? Or you might have a project that has a team, and then individual work streams of that project get channels underneath, right? So for this one, we're just going to call it test channel one. But in general, if you were doing something, oh, you could name it off of whatever you want the work streams there to be, right? So we're going to create that team, and that is going to build out the team for us. It's then going to ask us to add members to the team. So now keep in mind, this is specifically talking about people with an email address in your tenant, right? So if you want to add outside individuals, people who don't have an email address with your domain, that will depend on your administrative privileges and how your administration has set up your Microsoft tenant on if you'll be able to do that or not. They can be added as a guest to Teams, but you have to have the right configuration for your Microsoft tenant in order to be able to do that. Right now, I'm just going to add Ben from my team just as a sample, and I'm going to put him in there. And then you can choose on each member, on each person that you add, whether you want them to be a member or an owner. So a member is just somebody who can see, interact with, edit the content inside of the team. Uh, an owner is somebody who explicitly will own and be able to edit, delete, make changes to the team itself, right? So you can choose what you want to do then. If I wanted to actually add Ben, then I would hit add here. Instead, I'm going to hit skip, and that is going to take me into the team itself. So now if I open up over here, I can see a test team for video, test channel one. Now I have this initial channel, which starts with a post. So this is kind of, think of the post section kind of like it's like a running social media board for your individual channel, right? So you can make posts like excited to get this project started. Great work with onboarding everyone, right? And then you can make a post to this particular post section. So this is a place where you can post updates for all the people that are working in the channel, what's going on, post status updates, kind of make posts. Like I said, it's kind of like a running social media feed, right? And then it automatically comes with a files section. So any files that you want to upload into this team, you would upload them in this files section. Not sure why we're getting this error right here, but it also comes with a notes section. So a OneNote tab that will generate for the team. So any running notes that you want to take for the specific channel will be built inside of the channel as well. So you can start a running OneNote for everybody to share from inside of the channel as well. Let's still see if we're still having a files issue. There we go. Must have just taken a minute to create the document library, but what you'll see is you'll get a document library as well for this channel. So those are the default things that come inside of a channel. So again, a team is the parent entity, test team for video, which we created, and then you make channels underneath that, right? Which a lot of times are the individual work streams. Inside of those channels, the default thing that you're going to get is a post board, a file library, and then a OneNote for notes. You can also add additional stuff by adding tabs up here, right? So you can add existing pages, you can add new pages, you can go to apps and add existing apps. Like if you're, say, a Jira user, you could add Jira up there and track a Jira board in here, right? And then you can also go over here and add additional channels to the team, right? So if I hit these three dots over here on the left and I go to add channel, now I can make another channel, test channel 2, and I'm going to make this a, yeah, so I can make another channel, test channel 2, and then you can write a description if you want to. And then when you choose a channel type, so when choosing a channel type, you have a couple options. Number one, standard, everyone on the team has access. So everyone that has access to the test team for video team will get access to this channel. You can make a shared channel where you can share it around with people that aren't just exclusively having access to your team, or you can make it private so you can have another kind of partitioned off section inside of the team that only people who have access to this can access. For right now, I think your default should probably be standard, unless you have a specific use case for the other ones. And then you can choose a layout. So you can do threads or you can do posts. And so you can choose how you would like the layout to be. And then you just go ahead and create that. And now you can add another channel, right? And now you can see over here in our team, we have the test team for video, test channel 1, test channel 2, it starts with the same thing, posts, files. This one didn't come with a OneNote, but you could add a one. Oh yeah, it did. It just took a minute to generate. It does take a minute to generate these things. I always forget about that. But you'll start with the posts, you'll start with the files, you'll start with the notes again, right? So this is a really quick overview of just how you create a team and channels underneath the team. If you are kind of new to the Microsoft environment and you're trying to figure out how to use these, I would suggest that you create groupings like client work, where you have like a client work team and then you have individual clients as channels, or you have large projects like a system implementation as the team and individual work streams as channels, right? Or you have a department as the team and then individual channels are specific roles or responsibilities inside of that department, right? But it gives you a way to organize all of the things that you have inside of Teams so that you can interact with it. One final note that I want to share with you: when you create something in Teams, it automatically creates a SharePoint on the back end. And so when we go to, like, say, a file library for one of our channels, what we're actually accessing is a document library that exists in that SharePoint. And you actually will see that you can do a couple things, including opening in SharePoint. So you can hit the three dots, go to open in SharePoint. You can use that to actually access the SharePoint site of the team. So you can access it through SharePoint outside of Teams to get to that document library. There's other things you can do as well, including adding a shortcut to OneDrive, which makes it easier on your file explorer to access the document library if this is a place where you're going to store it. We'll explore in other videos a lot of the different stuff that you can do here, but that's a basic rundown of just how you get started creating a team, creating channels underneath that team. I hope that was helpful. Tune in, and we're going to cover a lot more stuff around teams. Like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thanks. Bye.